Alrighty, how we going, guys? So basically, I thought I've seen a couple other streamers do it, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna get involved. I'm gonna talk to you guys, have a general chat, see how everyone's doing, just explain a few things that are going on, because there's been a lot of controversy lately within the YouTube gaming family. I know there's been a couple that have made the move over to Twitch, and a lot are starting to consider doing the exact same thing due to this whole monetization issue that YouTube is giving a lot of us mature content creators. Basically, there's essentially an issue with the system where basically anything that this system deems as mature content is no longer suitable for all advertisers, so the monetization on it is dropped considerably. And because of that, a lot of the bigger YouTubers are starting to consider moving to Twitch to sort of test the waters, see how it goes, and maybe make a little bit more funding out of streaming and whatnot. But how we doing, Melly, Kazooie, Nerdy, and Liam? So yeah, basically I'm just coming to have a chat with you guys. I know I said I wasn't going to do a stream. I wasn't planning on doing a gaming stream. I wasn't really planning on... I was actually going to do this as a video, but I thought, hey, I'll open the floor up, let you guys have a little Q&A, ask me any questions. There's a few other things I want to discuss to get your ideas and that sort of stuff from you guys. But yeah, so I just sort of wanted to... I thought best way is to interact with you guys live and just get your guys' feels on everything. Now, first things first, with the whole Twitch situation and YouTubers moving over to Twitch to stream because obviously the demonetization issue, all that sort of stuff. How you doing, Jake? I'm not going to be doing that. As a lot of you know, if you've been around for a while, you know I've said many a times, I started on Twitch. I was there I started roughly about 2012, 2013, and I was there until about, what would have been about May this year, and it was just not enjoyable for me whatsoever. It was nearly impossible for me to grow. I really did not get anywhere in terms of being on that channel, being on Twitch and trying to grow my channel. Mind you, back then, I was still very immature. I was still learning how to be a content creator. The other thing was I didn't have A, great internet, and B, I wasn't taking it seriously. But ever since coming over to YouTube, when I did in May, because one of my friends, Drunken Solitaire, suggested that I come across, because he knew that I wanted to get into content creating and live streaming and stuff like that, and he said, it's probably better for you to be over here. He's like, I had some connections, I can help you get in, and he did, and literally in, 5 months, we've blown up. Like, I started this channel I didn't start this channel 5 months ago, I started this channel when I first started streaming on Twitch. But essentially, I started streaming on this channel about 5 months ago, and when I first started, I had, I think it was 25 or 26 subs and nobody watching, and then within 5 months we've gotten over 700 wolves in the pack. Like, that is absolutely huge. So we've sat there and grinded to get to where we are now. And honestly, this whole demonetization thing, it's not really affecting me in any way, shape or form. So I don't feel like I'm being disadvantaged by staying on YouTube. I know a lot of some of the bigger YouTubers want to go because obviously they make money from funding, from the ad revenues and all that sort of stuff. But basically, I don't really make any money from that sort of stuff. I'm not in it for the money anyway. All the money I do make is from when you guys are generous enough to donate, which is absolutely amazing when you guys do. I appreciate it so much. And it does help grow I do agree YouTube does need to chill a little bit, but it's not YouTube itself, it's the algorithms that they've put in place. And I think the coding in it is not that great. But in the grand scheme of things, I think YouTube is going to overtake Twitch. And I think YouTube is going to become the bigger platform out of YouTube and Twitch. And the reason I say that is because, unlike Twitch, YouTube has backing like no tomorrow. They're owned by Google. And yes, while there is bits and pieces where you had the whole, like, this whole demonetization thing, to me, it's similar to the same thing that happened with the sub purges. Everybody kicked up a stink when that happened. Everybody was like, oh, I'm going to leave YouTube and go to Twitch when that happened. And then people stayed, wrote it out, waited to see what happened, and it fixed itself. And everything went back to normal. Everyone was happy. And then this demonetization thing happened. And it's not the first time this has happened. Like, you go back, say, even 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, even a couple of years ago, there was some of the big YouTubers were getting their accounts community striked for no apparent reason and getting 3-day bans and 5-day bans. And everybody was kicking up a stink then, going, well, we're going to leave YouTube, blah, 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 we're going to go over to Twitch. And nobody ever did. They all sort of just wrote it out. They're like, oh, we'll give it a chance, we'll just see what happens. And it fixed itself, and that's because that's what YouTube does. YouTube likes to work with the content creators. They like to be involved, and while Twitch, yes, it's easier to monetize yourself over there, it does, in a way, open a lot more doors because a lot of organizations and sponsors prefer Twitch streaming and Twitch streamers. It's better in that way, but I think for now, while that's the case, I don't think it's going to be the case in the future. I think YouTube's going to be where it's at because, A, organizations like all the esports orgs and stuff like that that basically have content creators within their organizations, they're going to get a bigger audience. Right now, all the ones that basically help out streamers that are on Twitch and stuff, their audience is gamers only. They have a very small niche market, and while yes, gaming and esports and all that sort of stuff is quite big, it's one market. Whereas in YouTube, you've got a huge market. Yes, you've got the gamers, but the thing is, channels like myself show up on YouTube everywhere. So it's not just your gamers and all that sort of stuff that come in. It also shows up on other places as well. So you get people that aren't generally gamers coming in, having a look and going, oh, cool. And then they hear about esports and the esports orgs that people work for and stuff like that. So it's a bigger audience. And I think that's where the growth is going to come from. What's not being said, game comps are demanding that YouTube only puts their ads on gaming videos and streams. Yeah, well, that's that is true, and Twitch does the exact same thing. But the other thing that people aren't really saying anything about is that Twitch itself is going through a hard streak at the moment, in the fact that there has been a lot of channels being shut down for no valid reason. They just get shut down. So yeah, that's basically like what's going on. Is like Twitch is having their own issues as well. But for me personally, in terms of streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube, I think streaming on YouTube is more beneficial for me. It's just an easier feel. I like the settings behind the scenes. It makes it a lot easier for me to work and all that sort of stuff. Like, I find it's a little bit more user-friendly on the content creator side. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure you guys definitely enjoy it a lot more. Being on the viewer side, I know even being on the viewer side of being on YouTube versus being on Twitch, viewing streams on Twitch, it just doesn't feel user friendly. And I think YouTube has a better, more community feel to it, whereas Twitch is basically gamers, 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 and that's all good and well, but I don't think it's gonna last. And the proof in that is that you have a lot of gaming comps that used to stream exclusively to Twitch are now also streaming on YouTube because they realize there is a bigger market out in that YouTube, and some of them have actually moved away from streaming on Twitch, streaming their gaming comps on Twitch and going directly to YouTube only. So I think in the long run, I think YouTube's going to be the better option. And me personally, I know I said I was considering going to Twitch if everybody else left and went to Twitch. But I've still got enough friends over here on YouTube Gaming, like a few YouTube streamers that are going to stay here. So I honestly, I know what Twitch is like. I've been in that world. I was in that world for about 4 years, and it's not where I want to be. It's not where I feel I could grow best. I tried it for 4 years, didn't get anywhere. And in 5 months, I basically 10 times the amount of followers and stuff like that that I had on YouTube. And you guys are so much greater. And it's just such a better... How can I put it? A better community feel. And just, I feel so much better having you guys here. So I do hope that you guys are okay with the idea of me staying on YouTube. And streaming from YouTube. I know some of you guys are followers of like Never Surrender and all that sort of stuff, and those guys that want to move over to Twitch. And if you guys want to go over there and then you feel that Twitch is more where you want to stay, that's fine. But if you want to stop in, say hello every now and again, I'm not going to hold it against you. So, I did say this is going to be a Q&A, and I am just talking, so I'm going to, like, open the floor a little bit, and if you guys have got any questions about this sort of stuff, shoot them at me, and I'll be more than happy to answer. How you doing, Ruby? It doesn't have to be questions based on what we were just talking about with the whole me staying on YouTube rather than moving to Twitch like the rest of the streamers that are having issues with the monetization stuff. It can be just any general questions. The other thing I really want to talk about tonight is, as you guys know, I know a lot of you did comment on it earlier, the last sort of channel update video that I did was that I wanted to do sort of more personality-based content. So I wanted to do things like the challenge videos that you see YouTubers do, like the try not to laugh, try not to cringe, all that sort of stuff. So what I would really like is for you guys to give me an idea of the first sort of challenge you guys want to see me do. I really want to get involved and try and do those challenges. I know you guys are sort of liking the live streams that I was doing when I was doing my walks while I was here. Also the live streams I was doing in Bali. They're pretty awesome. So can't say yes, but I can't say no either. It depends on when he's going and also like all my funding and stuff like that. I do plan on going to the States one day, simply because I know my brother's moving over there very soon, because he just got married like 2 days ago. So I definitely want to go over there and meet my sister-in-law and her family and all that sort of stuff. So America's on the books. Whether it be the same time as Russ is a different story. I try not to laugh challenge. You want to make videos or stream that? I'll basically be making a video of it. It'll probably be Virginia, my dude. Because she lives in, I believe her and her family live in West Virginia. So I'll probably go there. I definitely want to go over and see Cali. I want to, explore California and all that sort of stuff. I also want to go to New Orleans, and definitely Salem is on the books. So, but yeah, what I will say though is, if you guys go down in the description and check my Twitter, on my Twitter, there is a... In my bio on my Twitter, there is an email address that is for business inquiries. I'm happy for you guys to send me videos that you guys want me to put into, say, the Try Not to Laugh challenge or the Try Not to Sing and Dance challenge, or if you guys want to give me... Actually, even put it in the Discord. I'll make a channel for it. You guys can put a compilation or something if you guys... find one that you guys think is funny and you want to sort of see me try and see if I can do it without laughing, or the ones I really want to, like, I've probably start off with, the first one I'll probably do is a Try Not to Sing and Dance challenge. I saw a good mate of mine, Beano Cookie, do one, and the first one he did, I think, was a Michael Jackson one, and it was a little bit hard. Because I was watching it and I'm like, I like Michael Jackson myself, and it was a bit hard to like try not to get involved with that. And then the next one I suggested he do Queen, and he did that, and I was like, it was so hard. Only go there for the snowboarding. What? Oh, Colorado. Yeah. There's nothing there that tickles my fancy. The reason I want to go to California is obviously the beaches and the surf, like, all the surf. Like, I don't surf, but I do body surfing and bodyboarding and stuff like that. So that kind of thing is, like, why I'd want to go to Cali. New Orleans is just because I just have a connection with New Orleans, and it's the basis of some of my favorite shows. And also Salem, because I am sort of a bit of a spiritualist. Well, actually, my main religious beliefs, as you would call it, is Roman Catholic, but obviously I do dabble, like, obviously believe in the whole witchcraft and all that sort of stuff, and I know Salem was known for the witch trials and stuff like that, so I would like to go have a look and go for that touristy sort of thing. I have heard of the Stanley Hotel, and I have heard that it is the most haunted place in America. That is true. But, see, I wouldn't... The thing is, like, it's haunted, but it's not my favourite type of hauntings. Like, you've got ghosts there, yeah, whoop-de-doo, boo the ghost. I prefer going after the ones that are dark, mysterious, and are known for demonic hauntings, because that's where I love to sort of go to, and that comes under the whole me being a Roman Catholic and all that sort of stuff. I actually did at one point want to become an exorcist, and yeah, it's just like going after chasing down those places where there's no demonic activity would be absolutely awesome for me. Wish I could stay, but I gotta go do some guitar practice for my concert. Okay. I don't know how long we're going to be going for, Ruby, but hopefully we will see you soon. Thing is, though, dude, I've been to those just general haunted places. And they're not scary to me, because I don't find human spirits scary. I don't find any, like, just general ghosts or even, like, reoccurring hauntings where it's just basically history playing on repeat. That doesn't scare me. No worries, Ruby. See you later. Yeah, that sort of stuff just doesn't really scare me, whereas, obviously, like, well, nothing on that side of things really scares me. Am I going to start another stream? No, I'm not streaming any games tonight. This will be the only stream that I'll be doing tonight, and I'm only going to be going for maybe another, say, like I'll have a good chat with you guys, and then that'll be it. But I said on Twitter and I said in the Discord that I won't be streaming tonight because I'm going to have an early night because I have to start early in the morning for university. So my sleeping pattern's been absolutely erratic. So I want to try and get a good night's sleep in, and just generally sort of have a good sleep and chill out and stuff. So yeah, any other things you guys want to throw at me, any other questions you guys want to know, don't be afraid to ask. But as I said, the main thing was I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing in terms of the whole people moving to Twitch over YouTube, and obviously get some idea of what you guys wanted to see in terms of the challenges. We've got, Liam said, try not to laugh. So I'll probably start with a try not to sing and dance challenge. And then I'll move on to the try not to laugh challenge next. But what I would love from you guys now is if you guys could give me a band, a singer, or a genre that you guys want me to have a look at for a try not to sing and dance challenge. If there's, say, a favourite band of yours or a favourite singer or genre even that you guys like, it would be great for you guys to give me an idea of something to try, see if I can't hold it out. Some people do when they stream. You new one now. Yeah, I know some people do it when they stream, but I want to do it as video content. So that way I can edit it a little bit better, just in case there's any sort of slip-ups or anything like that. Not that I'm saying I'm going to edit out when I'm, like, if I dance or sing or laugh or whatever. And the other thing is like, I don't want to have just streams on this channel. I want to have, like, some other content that is, like, videos and stuff like that as well. And this way I can do those sort of things on the days, because my schedule at the moment, which is going to be staying from now until pretty much the end of the year at this stage, we'll see, I might change it, is I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I normally stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I start at about 7 PM Australian Eastern, currently Daylight Savings Time, and basically I just go through till whenever I feel like it, and then on Monday I go from 7 till about 10. Tonight I didn't, because obviously my sleeping pattern's a little bit all over the shop, and I've been on holidays. I only just got back from Bali, so I need to sort of get my sleeping rhythm back in check for going to uni. But yeah, so that's what my schedule's going to be, and then obviously I will upload these videos and other content that I want to do throughout the time on the days that I'm not streaming, so that way you guys are still getting things to watch, things to do with the channel while I'm not actually live. So, is there any other questions or anything you guys want to ask? I'm opening the floor right now. Anything you guys want to know? Anything you guys are curious about? Don't be afraid to ask. There's 6 beautiful wolves out here watching at the moment. You gonna go to bed? No worries, Jake. See you later, my dude. Whatever you find interesting, you can. I'm gonna go. Everyone's leaving. Ruby left. Liam's leaving. Jake's leaving. Goddamn, guys. Gonna have no one to talk to. But, yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Nerdy's still here. Leah's coming in lurking. I love how we normally have, like, we have 700 people and there's only 6 people that actually come and watch. It's like, why subscribe if you don't come watch? Coolest. So yeah, I'm just leaving it open at the moment. If anybody wants to ask questions or anything like that, I might actually, I'll put up a text. Give me a minute. Is there a space there? There is now. Ooh, I like that. Okay. There we go. Put that up there. So yeah, any questions you guys have got, don't be afraid to ask. Like, I'm here to answer anything at the moment that you guys want to ask or whatever, and just have a general chat. Also, there is going to be some new games coming through on the stream shortly. I don't know how shortly. We are going to go back and finish off Amnesia: The Dark Descent is one I really want to get in and finish off. We are going to start another one which is called Nosferatus: The Wrath of Malachi, I think it is. Yeah, Malachi. Which is like a first-person indie shooter. Alien Isolation is another one that I'm going to be doing. That'll be great fun. I'm not looking forward to that. So those 3, I am looking at starting up Fortnite Battle Royale and also PUBG. Well, as you guys know, I do PUBG, so I'm going to also look at doing Fortnite Battle Royale on the PC, which I've got that at the moment. I've played a few games. It looks kind of fun, so I'll probably change it up and do that a little bit as well. So that's some games that are kind of going to be coming through. Depending on how things go, I may also look at, I really want to get Vampire and give Vampire a go, which comes out in November, if I remember correctly. Whether or not they've changed the release date, I don't know, but that is one that I really want to get my hands on and try it out. So those are some of the games that are going to be coming onto the channel in the near future, in the live streams and whatnot. There is another game that I did get back into. I don't know. I'm considering giving it a go and just doing maybe like 1 or 2 test live streams to see what you guys think about it and if you guys enjoy watching it. Which is like an MMO that I play that's kind of like World of Warcraft, but a little bit differently. So I might give that a go. I do enjoy playing the game. I haven't played it in ages, but might play that a bit on stream and see what you guys think, just for some different content and whatnot. You guys have all gone really quiet. This is not fun. This is supposed to be a interactive stream. You guys are supposed to be talking, not lurking. It's alright when I'm playing games, but I'm just sitting here. So is there anything that anybody wants to know? Anything or like that whatsoever? Any curiosities people have? But yeah, the whole hey, how you doing, Victor and Ashley Jones Gaming? What's going on? But yeah, in the whole grand scheme of things, the whole, like, a lot of the, well, not a lot, but a fair few of the YTG fam wanting to move over to Twitch because of the whole demonetization issue. I'm definitely not leaving. At the moment, it doesn't affect me. What made you want to stream? Is it the love? Is it for love or profit? Love, 100%. I'm not in it for the money. Like, yes, I have ways for people to donate money and help me out with my streaming, buying things to build the stream up, and just generally helping me out, which I appreciate more than anything in the world. But I don't, I never did it for the money. I always wanted to do it just for this interaction, to sit here and chat with everybody and play games and just be entertaining for someone. And I know a few people that have joined that I've spoken to have said that they were sort of in a dark place, and me streaming and being there and giving them something to watch and talk to and stuff did help them out. And that's what I'm doing it for, is that sort of connection with people. I honestly don't care if I make money out of it whatsoever. Yes, I would love to be able to sit here and do this as a full-time job, and make money from it, but I'm not in it for the money. Did you get on the list for the keys for last year? No, I didn't. So yeah, to answer that question, I stream for the love. I'm bad at thinking of questions on the spot. Yep, I'm aware of this, darling. I'm aware of this. I think I did. I got 3 keys. One's just yours. Okay. No worries. I probably would have ended up with a key somehow, because I would have known someone who I could have fucking grabbed a key off. I didn't even know the keys were available yet. Well, as far as I knew, they were like, there was fucking talks about them fucking pushing the release date back. That's why I was like, I didn't even know they were bringing out the keys yet. If you go on the list, I would have given away. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean, because they were talking about beta being during PAX, and then I heard that they were pushing it back because they just fucking, they want to do another Kickstarter and shit. Yeah, coding problems. Excuse me. So it'll be interesting to see how last year comes out. I'm definitely upset about the fact that I'm going to miss Freddy Krueger coming out. Well, I'm not going to miss him coming out, I'm just not going to be there on his release. Which is like, but then again, I'll be pissed as fuck, so it really won't matter. Fingers crossed, depends on how much money I'm going to have. Because I know the people I'm hanging out with down at PAX want to go for like Halloween drinks and stuff and go out in town and stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Depends on if I have money to do that, because going out in town in Australia is very, very expensive. Oh, I don't think I'll ever stop, to be honest. There was a point there where I was getting a little bit down in the dumps, Victor. To the point where it was basically because I started about 5 months ago, and there was a few people that started around the same time as me, were around the same level as me, and we started growing together, and then they all sort of like blew up, and everyone sort of started getting major amounts of subs and all that sort of stuff, and I was just like slowly growing, and I'm like, well, this sucks, and I was like, maybe I should just focus on, because at that time I was getting a lot of stress from university and all that sort of stuff, and I was like, maybe I should just focus on uni and give up the streaming, go get a job, make money, all that sort of stuff, and I was like, no, I'm going to stay because these guys are what keep me afloat. The pack are what keep me going. They're the ones that keep me up and running, and on the days where I feel like absolute shit, I come in and do a stream and talk to people, and talking to you guys and streaming for you guys actually helps me just as much as it helps you guys, and gives you guys entertainment. So that's pretty much why I do it, is because without you guys I wouldn't be around, I wouldn't be who I am for sure. And I love to be here and be entertaining. So I don't think I'll ever quit, honestly. Even if I don't make money out of it and don't get to a point where I can do this as a full-time job, this will probably just be like something I do on the side as a hobby for a bit of fun. If it comes to the point where I have to do a real-world job, which is going to cost me time, and I have to cut back on the YouTubing, so be it. But I will basically spend every waking moment I possibly can spare that I don't have other commitments streaming. It sucks because during PAX I was gonna release keys and I got 3 days ago. Oh, of course I still remember you, Venge. How you doing? Just remember, bro, the best tubers grow the slowest and end up with the best fan base. Yeah, for sure. And even the fact that I've owned a lot of the other YouTubers that I know that grew really quickly, they'd been at it. I didn't realize a lot of the ones that I knew had been at it for nearly 12 to 14 months. Where I've only been at it for 5 months and I'm already at 700, and that's a really huge feat. I'm not going to play any games tonight, Venge. I'm just having a chill stream, having a chat. There's a lot of stuff that we explained already, which I can do a quick recap. How you doing, Kickstar? That's how it is for us now. We're growing slowly, but we're growing. Can't give up, and I'm glad you're not going to give up. Yeah, no, definitely not give up. I don't have Rainbow Six Siege, and that game really doesn't interest me. I'm not a big shooter, I'm not into those sort of shooter games like the Call of Duties and the Rainbow Six Sieges and stuff. I've got a good friend of mine, Groovy Ninja, who plays it, but yeah, it doesn't interest me. Those kind of games aren't really my games. I do play PUBG and I do play Fortnite, but that's about the closest I get to shooters or horror games that have shooters in it, like Left 4 Dead or little indie games that you have to be a shooter in it. But yeah, I don't mind watching people play it, but yeah, those kind of shooters just aren't my game, sort of thing. But yeah, to answer your question, Venge, I'm not going to be playing any games tonight. It's just going to be a chill chat. Let everybody sort of ask any questions or anything they want to know. To recap what we've already spoken about, in the YouTube gaming community, or in my little YouTube gaming community, like my friends and stuff that are in YouTube gaming that are streamers, some of them have decided to test the waters in streaming on Twitch, or some of them have just moved over permanently to streaming on Twitch. because of the whole issue with YouTube basically hitting streamers who have mature content on their channels with limited monetization, which basically means that you only get certain ads on your videos, which means it's a little bit harder to make ad revenue. Now, for a channel of my size, does not mean shit, because I make at most 2 cents a video. But for some of the streamers, like one who I believe was really considering it was Never Surrender, who's got like 30-something thousand viewers and gets 7,000 to 8,000 views a stream, where he actually makes some decent money off his ad revenue. It's kind of hindering him, so I understand why that he, like him and other streamers like him, are starting to consider moving to see if there's another avenue where they can still stream and all that sort of stuff and still make the money that they are making from it. But for someone like me who A, isn't in it for the money, and B, literally doesn't make money from it other than donations from generous viewers, I prefer YouTube as a platform. I was on Twitch for 4 years. I came over to YouTube as a streamer about 5 months ago and never looked back. Never even thought, yeah, I should go back. No, I'll stay on YouTube 100%. The other things we spoke about was I'm going to make a channel in my Discord, which I would love if you want to. The link to join that is down in the description. Basically what I'm going to make is a channel for the Wolfpack to give me suggestions on what I want to do, is like challenge videos, so like the try not to look away, try not to sing and dance, try not to laugh, try not to cringe challenge, all those sort of videos, like those sort of things. I'm going to make those into videos to upload on the days when I'm not live streaming. And there's the link as well that Leah just put up under my finger. So click on that, jump in there. I'm going to make a channel for that, where you guys can sort of give me suggestions on what challenge you guys want to see next. Or, for example, like with the Try Not to Sing and Dance challenge, if there's a singer, a band, or a genre that you want me to do in particular, you can put that in and I'll look into it and see if I can't find a compilation video to try and do as a little bit of fun. And just something different. And the other thing we spoke about was some of the new games that are going to be coming on stream, other than the main one that we have been doing, which will stay around, which is Dead by Daylight. The other games we're going to be looking at doing is PUBG. I want to start doing Fortnite as well, which is on PC. It's also on console, but I'm playing it on PC. The other ones I'm going to be doing is I want to go back and finish off Amnesia: The Dark Descent. We started that and I just kind of left it for dead. But I want to go back and finish that storyline off. I've got Nosferatus, The Wrath of Malachi, which is a little indie game that I want to start. Alien Isolation is another game that I want to play through. And some other games that are coming out throughout the year, like Vampire is one that I really want to look at. Agony, whenever that actually gets released, would be another cool one that I really want to look at. We were speaking about it earlier, as Beast said, last year is another one we want to do. So there's like a few other games that are going to be coming out, and some other games that I want to add in to sort of change it up, so it's not just all horror, but I still want to be horror-centric. Because it's just the way I like it the most. I'm definitely looking forward to Vampire for sure. So yeah, anything else you guys want to ask or discuss while we're here? Any questions you guys want to know? I'm waiting for God of War 4 and Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2 sounds great. I haven't played the first one, but I definitely want to play the second one. But the problem with that is I need a console to play that. I don't have a console. So, shit. When am I going to shave? I was going to shave today. I already got a haircut. I got a haircut, which is pretty cool. But I'll probably shave tomorrow. Most likely. Or tonight or something. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, I haven't played any of the God of War games, but they do look definitely cool. The other game I was really looking forward to, but I've heard it's sort of... what was it? Assassin's Creed Origins. I heard, like, everybody was hyping that up, and now everybody was hyping it up is just like, it's shit. So I'm like, eh. But, I'm going down to PAX next week. I believe it's next week. Yeah, next week. And 98% certain that Bethesda will be there, because they're usually there every year. And I would not be surprised if they're going to have a demo of Assassin's Creed Origins there available. So I'll give it a go and see what it's like. And if it's something that I enjoy, I may consider getting it and playing it for you guys. But why? You getting a bit sick of the beard, darling? You should play the first one or if you get a console. Yeah, well, I really like the console I want to get is a PS4. But being a student and being on student payments without a job is not easy. So yeah, it's gonna either take a lot of saving or awesomely would be awesome is some nice generous donations from people to help me. But basically, what I want to get is a PS4 and an Elgato, so that way I can stream on my computer and play while I'm streaming and whatnot. I know a lot of, like, some people have asked me about PS4. Sorry, not PS4, Xbox One. I had a 360. I don't like the feel of Xbox Live and the way Microsoft handles things. So I'm basically going PSN. Like, I grew up with a PlayStation. I grew up with a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable. I didn't get a Vista or whatever it is, but Vita, sorry. But hey, PlayStation's where I'm at. Dang, I love Assassin's Creed. I wanted that one to be good. Yeah. I didn't mind Assassin's Creed. I love the games. I hated the movie. The movie was fucking terrible. But yeah, everything that, like, everyone that I've spoken to about it said it's like the new Assassin's Creed is not worth it. So I'm going to go down and play it and test it out myself. Hopefully it's there. And if it is there, I'll give it a go and see how things go. Yeah, definitely. Like, my Xbox 360 sits over on my TV as a glorified DVD player. That is its purpose. Darksider series. No, I haven't played the Darksider series. And yeah, Leah, I'm getting a bit jack on my beard too. Like, it's doing my head in. Because, like, especially my mustache, because my mustache is getting to the point where it's hitting my lips, and it's just like, it's getting so annoying. PS4 is better. Didn't like Xbox 360 either. Mostly just play F30. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, as I said, if I bought a console, I wouldn't be getting games that I have on PC. Because I don't see the point in, like, yeah, I've got friends that play those games on the consoles, but I really don't see the point in it. Like, I'll play on PC, those games, because the games that I'd be playing would be games I'd be streaming. The only game I would probably, that I have on PC that I would give, sort of like a pass would be Fortnite. And that's so I can play with some of the guys that play on PS4. But yeah, like some of the games I really want to get on when I get a PS4 is like GTA and all those sorts of games. GTA's one. There's a few other games that are on PS4 that I really want to look at. I really wanted to get on that Star Wars Battlefront 2, but that didn't happen. Hey, Day Lover, long time no see. How you doing, my dude? Welcome in. So, same question back to you that you asked me. Yeah, well, I've explained that about 1,000,000 times already, but I will explain it again for you. I'm staying. I'm not going back to Twitch. I don't see the point in it. Like, yes, I'm getting hit by the demonetization thing, me, at like 700 subs and like 1,400 views, I'm getting hit by it, but it doesn't mean shit to me. I'm not in it for the money, and there's more than ad revenue to make money from. Like, if I was in it for the money or wanted to make money from it, I've got, when I get their sponsors, super chats, and Streamlabs, so like there's ways for people to get involved and donate. Like, yeah, ad revenue's cool, but you've got to get fucking shitloads of views on videos as it is anyway. Plus, this place is where I've had some of the greatest things in my life to ever happen to me, so one of which being, this is where I met my lovely girlfriend. Thanks, dude. Yeah, we hit it last night. Fucking grinded so hard for that. Sorry. Best thing about PS4 is you can stream straight from the console, or you can only stream to Mixer on Xbox. No, I'm pretty sure you can stream straight from the Xbox on PC, because you can use the Windows recorder or whatever it is. We've been together for not even a month at this stage, but it feels like I've known her for about 600 years. By the way, darling, you have to thank Drunken Solitaire, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be on YouTube. He's the one who got me here. So we have to thank him and Never Surrender, because Never Surrender was the one who brought her over to this channel with a raid, and that's how we met. It's really good. The third one comes out next year. Oh, okay. Or about the Four Horsemen. Oh, I'll definitely have to have a look at it. Like, I'll go watch some YouTube and watch some YouTube videos and stuff. Also, YT is where you met other YouTubers. If you need some co-op, I'll say the word. No, yeah, exactly. Like, being on YouTube in the 5 months that I've been here, I have had so much more. Like, I've had such a great time compared to the 4 years I had on Twitch. Like, the 4 years I had on Twitch, I had no one. I felt like I was alone. Like, it was just, I didn't get anywhere. In 5 months on YouTube, I've gained so many more friends. I get to meet that awesome bloke right there in about 10 days. Down in Melbourne. I would say we would have a brewski, but old mate's decided that he's allergic to alcohol, so that idea went out the window. It's alright, we can get him a Coke. But yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. Why the name lycanthrope and why a wolf? So to explain that, like, I've had a lot of people ask me about it, and I've been very secretive about it. But essentially, the reason behind the name lycanthrope and the whole wolf thing is essentially my spiritual belief. Religiously, I identify as a Roman Catholic. Spiritually, I identify as what is called an otherkin. Now, what an otherkin is basically... Essentially, it's where the person feels that they have more, like, while they are essentially human on the outside, spiritually they are either fully or partly some form of animal. And me, myself, I have a very strong connection to wolves. I have a very strong feeling of being some form of a wolf myself. Now, the whole lycanthrope thing comes into... The word lycanthrope is essentially the word to describe someone who has lycanthropy. And lycanthropy is a werewolf. So it's part human, part wolf. And that's kind of the whole thing behind why I picked the name lycanthrope. Because essentially I see myself as, while I can't transform into a wolf and all that sort of stuff, I have animalistic tendencies and wolf tendencies, that, like, I have a lot of personality traits and stuff that are exhibited by wolves. So that's why I sort of went down that line and built the brand that I did. Because it felt like it was me. It felt right. YouTube does have more of a community feel compared to Twitch, 100%. You clear for beer? What do you mean by that, my dude? Does that mean you can have beer, or you don't, like, you're clear of beer, like you're not touching it? Happy for you, by the way. Relationships are awesome. I'm married, so I support it. Yep. That's right, nerdy. Certainly feels more family-like. 100%. 100%. Like, honestly, being on Twitch, I would not see what we are doing in 10 days to be... beer's fine? Cool. We'll have beers. I can suck it up and drink beers. I always prefer Edward over Jacob. It's alright, you can go fuck a vampire then. But yeah, like, the whole meetup and everything that we're doing with all the YTG fam, like, while we're all not staying together, some of us are staying in different places, we're all going to meet up, we're all going to have a massive time down in Melbourne for PAX. I don't see how that would happen in the Twitch community. I don't, like, I've never seen Twitch people do that other than, say, TwitchCon and stuff like that. You're gonna be kidding me, really? I am like that too, and the wolf is my animal too. Wow, so weird. Stay up when it's full moon. And yeah, later, loyalty. Yeah. Yeah, essentially. That's pretty much straight to the point. Yeah, Darksiders 1 is about the Horsemen of War, and Darksiders 2 is about the Horsemen of Death. So yeah, check it out when possible. Yeah, I'll go watch some, like, I'm sure there's people that have done playthroughs and stuff, so I'll go have a look at it and see what I think. That sounds pretty cool. I never really knew what they were about, to be honest. I've seen them around, but I'm like, eh. Jacob was better, didn't like it. I'm sorry, but I am a firm believer. Vampires fucking burn in the sun. They don't sparkle. They burn. And that, like, pretty much my favorite sort of show or movie or anything like that. Well, my favorite movie in the whole vampire werewolf genre would have to be Underworld, which is where I got the whole lycanthrope name from. And the TV show, or shows, in the whole werewolf vampire genre would either have to be True Blood, Vampire Diaries, or the originals. Those three are my three favorite TV shows in that genre, and Underworld is the Underworld series is my favorite movies in that genre. So yeah, I don't get it either. I don't know if it's the fact that they like the character itself, or if it's just the fact that they're into Robert Pattinson, but to me, Robert Pattinson looks like a smacked ass. I'm gonna say it. It's my favourite food and drink. My favourite drink would have to be Mountain Dew. My favourite food would have to be steak. I sat through the first one, I went to the second one, the first one I took a girl to as like a date, which didn't really work out. We ended up being friends though, which was kind of cool. The second one, me and her went to as friends because we saw the first one. The third one I was like, just fuck it, like it's shit, just let it die. And I know there's like another 2 or 3 after that, and I'm just like, why? No. 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 Robert Pattinson is a full fuckhead. He is an absolute bellend. Originals are awesome. Elijah's my favourite. I'm Klaus. Team Klaus. My ex-girlfriend dragged me to see some of them, yeah. So to do a recap, staying on YouTube, whole bunch of new games coming, as well as staying on Dead by Daylight, and we're bringing in new content in the challenges that we're going to be doing on the days that I'm not streaming. Let's see, anyone who likes Edward is needy, because that love life was way too needy on him to even live that. It's not love, that's obsession. Yeah, but have you seen her? Like, fucking hell. Common story, ex-girlfriend dragged me to twat. Yeah. I would say more 3/4 of the reason why she's an ex-girlfriend rather than half, Mike. But yeah, fucking. As much favorite game and music. Favorite game currently, PUBG of all time, Spyro. Favorite music. I don't really have sort of a favorite type of music. I like to listen to a lot of everything. But if I had to pick a favorite genre at the moment, it would be country. Of all time would be 90s music. I like Blade more than Underworld. I didn't mind Blade. The only problem I had with it was the whole premise of half human, half vampire. I'm like, if you're a vampire, you're dead. You can't be human. Like, humans are living creatures. If you become a vampire, you are a vampire. You are dead. Yeah, I'm a 90s kid. I was born in 1991. So I grew up through the whole NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys! What about Van Helsing? Yeah, Van Helsing was good. I liked Van Helsing. I did start to watch the new show that they've got on TV of, like, I think it's like Van Helsing's cousin or something. But I didn't really get into it. I might go back and try and rewatch it. Yes, you are very defensive about it by the sound of it. But yeah, like, Blade was a good movie. I just didn't like the premise of, like, the whole being a vampire and a human. Like, it's like, it doesn't work for me. Second wife drag you to the... His second wife, been married 4 times, yeah. But yeah, Van Helsing with, who was it? Fucking Hugh Jackman. That was actually a decent movie. I've got it, actually. Oh, great-great-granddaughter? Okay. I knew she was related to him somehow. Oh, the Blade anime. Yeah. Apparently they made a mini-series out of that as well at one point. There's like a mini-series of Blade as well. Oh, it's only a moth. Saw like a big shadow and I was like, oh fuck. Because sometimes I get like spiders and shit coming in my room and I was like, please don't be a big fuck off spider. You would have heard me scream like a girl and run. I don't like spiders, I don't do spiders. But yeah, like, the reason was like the Vanessa Helsing, I didn't give it enough of a chance, and then I just haven't gotten around to going back and watching it. Maybe I might go back and watch it. We'll see. So, have I seen any high school DxD shows? What? I have no idea what you're actually talking about there. So, obviously, no. Miniseries sucked? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. It got cancelled after like 1 season or something, I think. Okay. But yeah, so guys, pre-warning, as of Tuesday next week, I won't be streaming for, give me a minute, so that's 7, 8, I won't be streaming for about 9-10 days, again, because I'll be going down to Melbourne. I won't be streaming games. I'll still be streaming because I'll be taking my phone with me. I'll be taking my headphones. I'll be taking my camera, all that sort of stuff. And I'll probably end up doing like live streams on my phone like I did while I was in Bali. Walking around, all that sort of stuff. But I won't be doing actual gameplay streams until I get back. But that may change. Or it'll be a delayed when I get back. Because as soon as I get back, I'm pretty much straight into exam period. So, essentially, I need to get back, get the Vaseline, and prepare my anus to get absolutely butt-raped. We're going down on Wednesday, so I'm heading down to Sydney on the 24th, which is a Tuesday, to meet up with, well, I'm heading there I'm heading to Sydney because I'm travelling down with, some friends of mine that are going, I don't know if you know them, Hannah and Mike Bell, they're driving down, so I'm going to meet them in Sydney, and we're driving, I believe, the morning of the 25th, but to make it easier for me, rather than trying to drive down there at like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning to get there in time, I'm going to go down on the 24th, stay in Sydney for a night, then go to their place, travel down with them, and we'll be travelling down on the Wednesday. We should get there by the Thursday morning, or Thursday night. We might even get lucky and get there by the Wednesday night. We'll see. And then I think we come back on like the 2nd of November. You like spiders? If you won $1 million, what would I do? I would first off put some money into the share market to basically make a finance portfolio and basically make some money. I would definitely pay for a holiday to the UK. I would most likely get my parents a house. I would get my dad and my stepmom a house. I would basically give my mum a decent amount of money because she already owns her house, to help her pay off whatever she needs. Don't know them, but yeah, it's the Bells duo. And yeah, so I probably would just like sort of give people some money, and then just basically invest the rest, so I can make turnover out of it. When you don't check the DMs, will do. Give you a like. Keep the good content coming. See you next time. No worries, Victor. Thanks for coming in. See you later. But yeah, the Bells duo is who you're referring to. I'll have a look at that later. Or who I was referring to, I should say. Water. But like, I know a lot of people honestly think $1 million is a lot of money, but you could spend $1 million very quickly without even realizing it. Like one of my friends is in a settlement and stuff, and he looks like he's gonna get a decent amount of money, and like he's talking about doing all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, dude, calm down. Like, you don't realize how quickly $1 million is gonna go in this day and age. Like, people go, oh, I win the lottery and get like $1 million and be set for life. No, not this day and age. $1 million in this day and age would probably last you maybe 10 years. If you went on a crazy lifestyle. If you went on a decent lifestyle, you could probably drag it out to maybe 15 years. So yeah, the old winning $1 million really doesn't set you up for life anymore, because the way the world works and the amount it costs to live these days is just way too much. Oh, I'd probably pay off my other loan as well. Like, I've got a loan that I've got to repay, so I'd probably just go, there you go, there's that done. Invest half and less more, like I do now. Only have a hair big boy toys. Yeah, well, like that's probably what I do. Like, I'd basically pay off my loans, give some to my mom, buy my parents a house, probably deck myself out with a stream setup, and then basically from there just be like, all right, that's all done. Boom, and then just fucking chill. Like, just live live my normal lifestyle that I live now, and invest what's left. So, it's probably what I'd do with $1 million. I'd probably put away a couple of $100,000 too as well to pay for a wedding. No, she doesn't have YouTube. She has a YouTube channel, But she doesn't do videos or anything like that. She doesn't do YouTube. She barely gets in front of a camera, let alone doing YouTube. Who knows, maybe one day I might convince her and get her to start doing YouTube and streaming and whatnot or whatever. I know she really loves her makeup, so I could probably get her doing makeup videos and shit. But she's probably sitting there listening right now going, can you back off? Told ya. Told ya. Straight up. Knew it. I knew that was coming. I'm kind of confused as to what what you were meaning there. Bullshit. You literally told me about how much makeup you have. Or are you forgetting the fact that you literally showed me how much, like, fucking, I think it was foundation or something you had. Like, goddamn. Okay, so if I was to make fan art of you as a OC, it a wolf. What? I don't get the last part of that. I don't get the last part of that statement. True. This is very true. You would love Bali though, like, there's a place that my stepmom buys her makeup from while she's over there, and literally if you bought the same amount of makeup that she buys in Bali, in Australia, it would cost you about $450. She buys it for $70 in Bali, and it's the same stuff. Hey, if you want to make fan art, go for it, dude. There's actually a channel in the Discord where you can post fan art, and if you do, it ends up on the stream. At the start of every stream, I have a slideshow of everybody who does fan art and whatnot. I've posted it up, and it shows up before I start, like, actually streaming and stuff. So if you want, go right ahead and make some fan art. I'm always happy to have a look and see what people make up for me. I love fan art. It's always cool. And as I said, it ends up on the stream and whatnot as well, so I always throw it up there and we give shout outs to people in the thing. I'm not good at it. I just put some makeup on every time I do it. Yeah. I haven't bothered putting on full makeup in like 2 months. Okay. Yeah, makeup is pretty expensive. Yeah, all good. Well, the other thing is, if you don't have Discord, just shoot it to me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Just send it to me there, and I'll put it up in the Discord and put it in the stream. Yeah, she's absolutely adorably gorgeous. And I'm not just saying that because I'm her boyfriend. She is adorable. But yeah, Discord's a really good thing. Like, I would recommend getting it. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's a great way to get involved with a lot of the YouTube gaming streamers. I know a lot of the YTG fam that I'm a part of use it. It's a good way to keep up to date with their communities and stuff like that. So, as I said, it's free. You get a desktop app. Like, you can either use it in the browser, or you can download the desktop app. You can also get it on Android and Apple devices. And it's just generally, like, it's a really cool program. Essentially, it's like, it's got voice channels and it's got text channels, so it's kind of like MSN Messenger meets Ventrilo. It's got cam stuff, dude. The desktop version rolled out video chat and screen sharing to everyone. So if you get the desktop app, you can video chat and screen share with absolutely anybody who's on your friends list in private chats. They released that about a week ago. It went live while I was in Bali. They don't have. I don't know if they have it on the browser version, but I know they have. I know they have it on the desktop version, and I know for sure they don't have it on the app, on the phone app version yet. Welcome back, Liam. Yeah, like, it's definitely worth it, dude. But I would recommend, when you get it, make an account, because if you don't make an account and verify it and everything, then essentially you have to rejoin the servers every time, whereas if you make an account and verify it and all that sort of stuff, pardon me, essentially you automatically join the servers that you've already joined once, so you don't have to keep rejoining them every time. They just stay there. You're just automatically there. You just show up online and stuff. Oh, you have one? Cool. Well, yeah, once you jump in, it should just basically leave you in there. But yeah, if you jump in, it'll show up for us, so we'll give you permissions in my Discord. If you want, I'll give you the link to that now as well. Give me a second. Bam, there's that. Oh, thanks. What are you guys talking about? We're just talking about general stuff. Day Lover was talking about making some fan art, and we were discussing Discord and how it now has video chats and stuff. Before that, we were talking about Leah becoming a makeup YouTuber and her telling us to basically get fucked. Before that, we were talking about what we would do with $1 million. We're just generally chatting about random shit. But, how you been anyway? What have you been up to? Where'd you disappear to? Random shit is the best shit. For sure. Nurse came in? Oh, okay. All good. How's everything going? Are you feeling better, or still not 100%? Are we getting better? Well, long distance, yes. It is a long distance relationship. Yesterday she scratched my vein and... Ooh, that doesn't sound like fun. That does not sound like fun at all. That's probably just bruising, dude. That'd be all it is, but nothing to stress about. But yeah, I'd be a little bit annoyed. But purple and green sounds like it's bruising. Look at my guns. Or lack thereof, I should say. I have no muscles. Well, I have muscles, but I don't have muscles, if you get what I mean. Obviously, everybody has muscles. I just have flab. I don't like needles, but yeah. It hurt abnormally, yeah. Your arms are twigs. My arms are just fat. And sadly, my little tattoo that I used to have, I had a tattoo like right there. You can't really see it because it's basically faded. But while I was in Bali, I got like a little temporary tattoo on my arm of a wolf. It was fucking terrible. But kind of cool. So... only cost me, what, $10 to get it done. And it lasted like 5 days before it started like really fading. But that's because I was like in and out of the pool like all the fucking time. Yeah. I don't mind going to hospital every now and again, but... yeah, fucking Bali is cheap as chips, dude. Bali is cheap as chips. Like, basically, over there, if you want, you can drink soft drink and shit. But most people either drink what they call, I don't know if you can see this, Bintang, which is a beer. They're usually $3 a bottle, $3.50 a bottle. Or you get Smirnoff Ice, which is like vodka and lemon squash, and they're about the same. Or you can get like for the kids, obviously you can get your soft drink and like your Coke, your Sprite, your Fanta, all that sort of stuff. They're like $1.50 a can. Most places water's like 50 cents or 20 cents a bottle for like a 600ml like that. Like, everything is cheap as chips over there. Like, I was getting ribeye steak every night for... what was it? Fucking... $30? How you doing, Revy? Welcome. How much a house is there then? Well, to stay at a resort, like the resort we were staying at, which is not the one that my parents normally stay at, but most resorts that you're looking at, if you're just looking for like a place to sleep, is like maybe $30 Australian a night. No, I can't. Because A, I don't know the song, and B, I don't want to sing copyright music, because if we sing copyright music, we get in trouble. But yeah, it's like normally $30 a night. You can get some places where, like, if you pay for the resorts, you more or less are paying to stay at the resort and just chill, not actually go out and shop and go to the bar or go to the beach and all that sort of stuff, where you pay like $400 or $500 Australian a night. And upwards, and those places are the places where you just want to sort of sit in the fucking pool and chill. Okay. I wish I had that kind of money, then I'd buy a plane ticket. Oh yeah. But yeah, like Bali, like if you're going to Bali, I recommend going to... Depends on what you want to do. If you want to go out and party, go to where everyone goes. Go to Kuta. Because that's where all the party... Like, all the nightclubs and all the party goers go. If you want to just go, have a good time, still be able to go out and have a drink, listen to live music, go down to the beach, all that sort of stuff, do shopping, I would recommend Legian. And then further down a little bit more, you've got Semiak, which is more, a little bit more quiet, a little bit more upper class. Bali, which really isn't, when you think about it, much, but yeah, Legian was my favorite. Like, that's where we stayed. Well, we stayed first. We stayed at Bologna, which was up north, and that wasn't too bad. We stayed there for about 3 days, which was okay. Like, that's pretty much all you needed, because that was out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. So basically, it was just staying at the resort, going in the pool, chilling out. It got a little bit boring. Like, I couldn't stay there and do that every day. And then when we went to Legian, like, you still had the pool, but you had to, like, the beach was like a 5-minute walk. You walked out the front of the place and there was shops, there was bars within like a 2-minute walk. There was mini marts everywhere, all sorts of shit. Like, it's just amazing in Legian. And I loved it there. But the place that my parents normally stay at, actually has a bar attached to it, and it's owned by the same people. So essentially, that hotel, you can essentially stay in the pool and order drinks from the pool, from the bar down the road. That's like just outside, so it's pretty cool. I definitely want to go back one day for sure. But yeah, you can basically stay, like, do a, like, essentially, like, well, we stayed there for, like, what, 10 days? And you could probably do a 10-day trip there for maybe $4,000 at most. That includes spending money. Like, flights and accommodation probably cost you at most $2,000. And then you want to basically allow yourself about... Well, I spent what? Myself, I spent $1,100 Australian while over there, and that included like a whole bunch of shopping, drinking, and I drank like no tomorrow. So drinking, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, some people can't do long distance. Like, some people find it hard, but I find long distance at times is like okay, like it's good, because it builds more of an emotional connection in relationships, because you're not just constantly having that physical aspect, so you actually get to know the person and you have the emotional aspect. And then obviously I wouldn't want to be like in a long distance relationship permanently. It would be, I would either sacrifice to go to them, or like obviously ask if they were able to come to me, and then once we got to the point where we were both set up, then we would meet and have a live-in relationship. I didn't know you were seeing someone, Mike. What the fuck didn't you tell me about this for? Learn something new every day. I didn't even know you were seeing someone. So, yeah, as I said, some people just don't like them. Some people aren't a fan of long distance relationships, and hey, that's what they choose to do. Like, that's their call, and I respect them for that. But as I said, I can do that. I don't mind being in a long distance relationship, but as I said, at some point when life permits it, obviously move to be closer to the person. Keep everything pretty low key, but she turns up to my streams all the time. Really? I'm gonna have to DM you about this now. I need details. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, I've done long distance relationships before. I've done sort of short distance. So like in my classification of what a long distance relationship is obviously in a different country. Short distance to me is like obviously in a different state within your country. So if they're in a different town or if they're even in a different part of the country but they're still in the same country, that's more of a short distance. And then obviously you have just a general relationship, which is obviously where you guys are able to, like, you live in the same town or you even live in the same house. Back just went and got some dinner. Nice. What'd you have, nerdy? I don't like to be separated. He has to pick me up today. Can't wait to go home. Oh, okay. I don't like, that's one of the things I don't mind about the long distance relationship is the goddamn what you have with like obviously Chinese is a very broad spectrum of food, so what exactly did you have? But yeah, I'm a little bit jealous now. Actually, I'm gonna have to go heat up my food. I've got some food left over from lunch that I'm gonna heat up and fucking smash down. But yeah, like, that's one of the things about long distance relationships that I don't mind is the fact that you do get that alone time and the me time if you need it. Just to sort of unwind and chill out and stuff. You're not constantly on top of the other person. You don't like the taste of Chinese? Are you human? Chinese is amazeballs. No, I'm joking. Combination omelette and special. Yeah, I don't mind omelets. I'm starting to get you because I was, as a child, I used to. No, Revy, I can't. Oh, that's very nice. The closest Chinese restaurant to me is like about a 2-minute drive up the road. But yeah. So as a kid, I was allergic to egg. I've since grown out of that allergy. And essentially, now that I've grown out of the allergy and can actually eat eggs, I've slowly been trying, because I basically spent years not being able to eat eggs, I never developed a taste for them. So I'm slowly trying to build my taste buds to be able to eat them and whatnot. Yeah, well, if I went for a walk, it'd probably be like a 15-minute walk to the Chinese shop for me as well. There was one point where I had a Chinese shop that was like 5 minutes up the road. That was pretty good Chinese, actually. But yeah, so I was like really allergic to egg as a kid and couldn't eat it, and I never developed a taste for it. Now I can eat it, and I am starting to develop a taste for it. So omelets and stuff like that, yeah, they're like, I'll eat them occasionally, but they're not something I chase after. But special fried rice, oh, best way to my heart. I love special fried rice. But yeah, Revy, I'm not going to be playing music. Like, the music that I've got playing is a music that's going to be playing on streams. Because if I play any music that is not, that is copyrighted, I can end up with copyright strikes on my channel. If I get enough copyright strikes, then my channel gets shut down. Do I have any allergies now? Yes, I'm allergic to avocado. Essentially, if I eat even the ingest even the slightest amount of avocado, I end up performing that, reenacting that scene from The Exorcist with the pea soup. I just, other than avocado, not that I'm aware of. I haven't found any yet. But yeah, avocado, just can't do avocado whatsoever. There is foods I don't like, but avocado is the only one that I know that I am absolutely allergic to. Ketchup and eggs. So tomato sauce and eggs are one of my sister's favourite breakfast plates. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I can't eat tomato sauce. I used to love tomato sauce as a kid. Used to love the old Devon and tomato sauce sandwiches. But now can't stand it. I'm a barbecue sauce kind of guy. And even then, if I have eggs, it's got to have the yolk is hard, salt and pepper. That's it. I had a friend that ate bananas and ketchup. Yeah, that's fucking weird. That is really weird. But yeah. I'm not a fan of it. Like, I don't like the taste of it anymore. I think it's because I spent so many years eating it, that I don't like the taste of it anymore. I don't eat, so essentially the foods that I don't eat are butter. I don't eat butter. I don't eat mushrooms. I don't eat, tomato sauce, or ketchup, whatever you want to call it. What else don't I eat? That's about it, just those main ones. Yeah, Dr. Pepper's something I don't like. Not a fan of it. Everyone's taste buds change as you get older, yeah. Your palate does change when you get, like, your taste palate does change when you get older, for sure. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna stick around, but I'm just gonna take a quick, like, 2-minute break. I've just gotta race to the little wolf's room. So I won't be far away, but I will be back, so stick around, don't go anywhere, and I will be right back, guys. Love you all! Alrighty guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Really needed to go use the little wolf's room. Pile of dirt. Nah, a little bush out in the corner. So essentially, Liam, what that meant was I went to the toilet. But rather than being weird and saying I'm going to the toilet, I say I'm going to the little wolf's room, because people go, Well, if you got to go to the toilet, you go, oh, I'm going to the little boy's room, or I'm going to the little girl's room. My thing, I'm going to the little wolf's room. Yeah, marking my territory. I like that one. Plus, I went to go get more water. So yeah, while we're here, keep the questions coming. Is there anything you guys want to know? Any questions you guys want to ask? Anything like that whatsoever? Oh, I completely forgot I had that up. That's all good. That's all good. But yeah, anything at all that you're curious about, don't be afraid to ask. Happy to answer any and all questions. Fire them at me. Damn, we've been going for like nearly 2 hours right now. I was supposed to be going to bed very soon. Don't know if that's happening now. Who's my man crush? Ian Summerlin. What's my dream watch? As in, like, the wristwatch sort of thing? Is that what you mean? I'm confused. Because if so, that would have to be a G-Shock. And I've got one down there somewhere. I've got to go find it. It fell down, like, behind my, room. Sorry, I was just texting my mate. Wristwatch, yeah, G-Shock. I'm not a big wristwatch fan, but I don't mind wearing like the sort of leathery, plastic G-Shock feel. And I'm not one of those weird people that has to get a digital wristwatch. I can do analog. Top 3 bands is in music bands. Amity Affliction, Eagles, and Nickelback. Does one know brand with what? Wait, what? Does one know brand watch names? I'm confused. But yeah, to recap, Man Crush is Ian Summerlin, or also known as, I don't know what his name was in Lost, but you'll know him if you go look up Demon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries. Favorite or dream watch would be a G-Shock, which I've got one sitting down there. I've just got to go find it. And top 3 bands is Amity Affliction, Eagles, and Nickelback. Well, it's more like not the fact that I'm confused, it's more the fact that that statement really doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. Pretty cool. If I said it aloud, it'd make more sense with the tone of voice. It still doesn't make sense whether you say it aloud or not. Unless you're referring to, like, does one know brand watch names? I suppose, in a way, it does make sense. In that, if you're using the word one in the Old English term, as if to say, do I like, as in me, know any brand names of watches? And I do know a few, like, I know G-Shock, the General's G-Shock, Rolex, and that's about it. As I said, I'm not a big wristwatch person. I have a phone. I use my phone as my clock. That or I just read the sun, because I actually know how to, like, look at the sun and generally tell what time it is. I can't be exact to, like, minutes and stuff, but I can tell roughly the hour based on knowing where I am and stuff. Yeah, who wouldn't like a Rolex? I'd want a Rolex just for the sake of going, I have a Rolex. But yeah, I don't normally wear wristwatches. I'm not a big wristwatch kind of guy. Or a pocket watch, or a watch in general. Mm-hmm. Be like, Kabli, look at my pretty shit. If you were to own anything with bling, what would I get? Favorite meal to cook? I'd probably have to say my signature dish, which would be garlic prawns. I really love cooking garlic. Well, basically garlic anything, but garlic prawns is my #1 favorite. That or steak. I love cooking steak. Because, like, and you've got to cook it perfectly, too. Otherwise, you can just fuck off. Least favorite meal would have to be beef stroganoff. Or anything that involves mushrooms. If I was to own bling, probably like a neck chain. I used to have one, but I lost it, and I'm so pissed about it. But I used to have a neck chain which was pure gold, and had a little crucifix on it, which I got for my confirmation. What's my most embarrassing story? That actually hasn't been asked yet. My most embarrassing story. This would be considered pretty embarrassing. I I was, how old would I have been? Probably about between 5 and 8. I'm not exactly sure because this was like back in my childhood and I don't really remember my childhood vividly. But it was between about 5 and 8. I think it was about maybe 6 or... I could have actually been about 6 or 7, I don't know. But it was between 5 and 8, I know that much. And my mum was in a play for the town. Like an actual, like, theatre play. And part of it was to promote the play throughout the town. They did a massive, big parade through the city. And I got involved with it because I was actually in the play. I wasn't acting, my voice was in the play. I did a little voice acting for the play, but I was also, because I was in the play and my mum was in the play, I was allowed to join the parade. And my mum asked me what did I want to dress up as. At this point in time, like any 5 to 8 year old in the 90s, I was a massive, and I mean massive, Power Rangers fanatic. And I had an absolutely huge crush on Kimberly, the Pink Power Ranger. So I told my mum I wanted to dress up as the Pink Power Ranger, and I walked down the main street of the town I was born in and grew up in as the Pink Power Ranger in front of everyone. So that was pretty embarrassing. Looking back on it now. Yeah, I don't like the texture of mushrooms. Do not like the texture of mushrooms. And what made it even more embarrassing is I kind of remember it to a degree, but it wasn't like, I didn't just like walk like as if I didn't want to be there. I strut down the street like I thought I was the bee's knees walking around in a Pink Power Ranger costume. I thought I was the shit. And I was just strutting down the street. But yeah, I do agree, Nerdy. I think everybody had a crush on the Pink Power Ranger because, fuck, that chick that played Kimberly was hot. You have an evil plan? I'm scared. Oh, I was working it. I thought I was king shit. Ed walks in going, what the fuck just happened? Essentially, if you can see there, yeah, Amy Jo Johnson. Drunken Solitaire asked for my most embarrassing story, so I said what my most embarrassing story was. Am I going to repeat it? Fuck no. But yeah, so essentially what you've missed, Ed, is for the last 2 hours we've been doing like a sit here, chill out, have a chat, Q&A. Mainly because I wanted to, I'll recap for you, but basically, originally the whole plan of this stream was to basically let everybody know what my standing was with the whole YouTubers moving over to Twitch situation based on the whole demonetizing situation that's going on. I'm staying on YouTube regardless. A, because I don't make money from the ad revenue, so it doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form as it is. And I just prefer the YouTube community. I prefer everything that's YouTube as it is. So, and I think this is going to blow over, and I think YouTube's going to come out stronger for it. As like everything else that's happened throughout the years with like all that sort of stuff. Then on top of that, we also spoke about different games that I'm going to be playing on stream. Like I spoke about all these new games that I'm wanting to play, bring in some games that I've done that I want to go back to and finish off. And the other thing that I spoke about, which was I'm going to make a channel in my Discord for, is I'm going to start doing videos, challenge videos. So things kind of like the try not to laugh challenge, try not to sing and dance challenge, all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to make a channel in my Discord for people to give me suggestions on if they want to send, say, a compilation video that they find that they think would be hard for me to do for, say, try not to laugh, or a favourite singer or dance, or singer or band or genre of music they want me to do for the try not to sing and dance challenge sort of thing. And basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record those videos in my spare time, and then basically on the days that I'm not streaming, which would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at this stage, I will be uploading those videos on those days, so people can get some content while I'm not streaming. Lots of people asking about switching out. I did have a lot of people come in asking about it, because obviously a lot of my viewers are also viewers of Never Surrender. A few are from like Hideous Atoms, and a few others around that are looking at it. That are looking at possibly testing the waters or moving over completely. So I did have people asking about whether or not I was going to go. And at first I was kind of considering it. Like, I was like, well, if basically everyone's going to leave, I don't want to be left here by myself. So I was like, maybe I'll go over, but at the same time, I know there's enough people that are going to stay that YouTube is better for me. And it's the way the UI is set up for the behind the scenes and the dashboards and all that sort of stuff, and all the different programs you can use with it. It's a lot easier for me to use. And I know it's a lot more user-friendly on the viewer side as well, so there's just a little bit more what I'm looking at. So that's why I'm planning on staying with YouTube regardless of this whole ad revenue debacle. Honestly, I've streamed on Twitch. I've had a look at Hitbox. I haven't seen what Mix is like yet. And I've been on YouTube for 5 months now. Out of all of them, I'd say YouTube is the best platform to stream on. Because, as I said, it's just so much more user-friendly to the creator than any other platform I've ever seen. I know people are stressing about this whole mature content is getting limitized monetization, but honestly, the only way you make money from ad revenue is if you get thousands and thousands of views on your videos. And for a channel like mine, where I'm at 14,000 views, I average about 100 views a stream, between about 100 and 200 views a stream. I'm making 2 to 3 cents a video. It doesn't mean diddly fucking squat to me. So, and there's more than just ad revenue to make money out of. So, you've got, when you get to 1,000 subs, you've got your sponsor, you've got your super chat. Before that, you can set up Streamlabs if you want. If you want, you can set up Patreon. If you want, you can set up merchandise to make money. There is other ways to make money if you are looking to make money out of streaming. But I'm doing it just for the sake of, I want to be entertaining, I want to engage with an audience, I want to build my pack. And I'm doing it for the fun, and I've got those different ways set up for people to be, if they want to be generous and help me out, build the stream, buy things that I need for the stream, even just help me out financially, because I am in a sort of financially hard place, in that basically I could go get a job, there's nothing stopping me from getting a job, but I know that with my current setting with YouTube, with university, if I went and got a job, it would be, I basically have to choose between university, a job, and YouTube. I can't have all three. It's got to be, I can have 2 out of the 3, I can't have all 3. So essentially, and I'm not going to give up university. So if I got a job, I would have to give up YouTube, and I really don't want to be giving up YouTube. So at this stage, I still get money for being a student and being at university, so I'm going to stick with YouTube as well as a sort of part-time thing. If I can make it into a, like, if I can make money out of it, make it into a part-time job, and then possibly turn it into a full-time job, awesome. But I'm not in it for that. Like, it's just something to do, to be entertaining, and to give me an avenue to talk to people and be, to communicate with people, because they, like, talking to the audience helps me out as well, keeps me sane. Mixer has a lot of bells and whistles built in, but it feels like a bit of a jip. Yeah. But yeah, as Drunken Solitaire says, if the big ones want to leave and go to Twitch, good on them. While they are big here, there's even bigger fish on Twitch. And I think they're going to have a really hard time over there. I think they're going to realize how much harder it is to be big on Twitch. And in that meantime, that's all those people that watch them, that want to watch them on YouTube, that stay for the fact that it's YouTube, are going to look for other content creators like myself, like Drunken Solitaire. And if you start yourself, and it'll give us more people to grow with. And who knows, maybe they may enjoy us. And if those other guys come back, they'll go, yeah, you guys left us. And these guys didn't. So it kind of sucks to say that, but in a way, yeah. No worries, Day Lover. Thanks for coming in, dude. See you next time. Cool. Yeah, here. Simply don't have time to stream right now with a full-time job, but I'll probably just start with some videos and probably won't stream because I don't have the time. Yeah, well, that's how I started. Like, I started... I was doing streaming, because when I first started streaming, I was doing, I was working full-time, basically. Like, I was a casual, but I was doing full-time hours. And I would stream when I had my free time, so if there was days where I had half days, or I had days off, that's when I'd stream. But I was also doing videos on the side, like playing offline games, just making up videos and posting them to YouTube, and that did work to a degree. That's where I first started, and it got me used to being in front of the camera, being in front of it, like being a streamer, talking to the screen, talking to people, and building my confidence to be in front of a camera and talk to people and whatnot. And then I started, as I said, like, I was on Twitch. I really didn't get anywhere. Like, I think the highest I got in 4 years was I got to, like, 90 followers, which really wasn't much in the grand scheme of things. And then I started working for Trident, and that's where Trident Esports, and that's where I met Drunken Solitaire. And I was doing Twitch streaming and, like, watching those guys on YouTube as well, and he convinced me to come join the YTG fam, because he was like, you would have so much more fun over here, because I explained to him what I was doing, and he was like, YouTube's so much better and fits what you were looking to do, and he was right. And so I came across, and he helped me meet a whole bunch of content creators over here, and in 5 months of being on YouTube, I basically blew up more or less 10 times more than what I did on Twitch in 4 years. So, like, YouTube just is, it's an easier place for content creators to grow, and I know a lot of people start on YouTube and then go to Twitch. When they get a big enough following, they just take their YouTube following over to Twitch. But yeah, I would say, like, start off with videos. I think starting off with videos is a good idea if you don't feel comfortable being, like, being there and talking and playing with people. Yeah, well, exactly. Like, when I first started, I was like, I'd be happy hitting 500 by the end of the year. Look at me now, I'm at 700 and it's not even at the end of the year. It's crazy to fucking believe where I started. Like, I started on this channel, I had, what, 25 subs. essentially 5 months ago I had 25 subs, and we're now at 700, and I think last I checked was 702, so pretty big in 5 months. Yeah. So I think like videos is a good way to start, because then you can go through and edit the parts that you don't feel are great. And the other thing is by recording the videos and just making video content, you can go, okay, that was shit, I'm gonna get rid of that and I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna do it better tomorrow. And you can keep them and just take out the bits and pieces. So if there's, say, 3 or 4 videos you do of the one game, and you like, say, this section out of this video, and this section out of that video, and this section out of that video, you can take them out and add them all in together. And then eventually you get to the point where you're just fine in front of a camera or in front of the screen and just talk and talk and talk. And then you can do stuff like this, where you just sit here and talk to the viewers. And it's great. Yeah. And even at times where I'll admit there's been times where I'll be playing a game and my chat will go dead. And there's been times where nobody, like when I first started, nobody was watching. But because I learnt from being, when I first started, I was also doing shoutcasting, which is kind of like commentating on esports. And one of the things with that is you just got to constantly keep talking, keep the audience engaged. And one of the greatest advices I ever got being a content creator and streamer is, even when it's quiet, don't stop talking. If you don't have people in your chat to talk to, talk about the game, react to the game, speak about things in the game. Keep yourself talking, because especially if you don't have a face cam, as soon as you go quiet, people are going to go, oh, this is boring. He's obviously not playing, like he's obviously just sitting there. Like they're not going to come in and engage with you. Whereas if you're there talking, they're going to go, oh my god, this guy's actually like engaging. Even if you're talking to yourself about the game and being like, for example, like if you're playing PUBG and you're like getting a shot and you're like, oh, you dumbass, sort of thing, like just talking to yourself. They will come in and they will talk to you in chat, and then you engage and you keep going and you build the chat. And that's when you get people coming in and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just never stop talking, because as soon as you stop, people aren't going to want to stay, because they're not going to want to sit there and watch somebody just look at a screen or just sit there and watch gameplay. Like, they can do that themselves. They're coming to watch you, not watch the game. That's the way you got to see it. Hello, Puma. Oh, shut up, woman. You're a right bitch. So, but while I know some people aren't comfortable in front of, like, having a webcam on, having a face cam on, I try to strongly suggest it to content creators, because I know it makes it easier for you when you're streaming, because if there is those periods where you're streaming and you're getting tired and it's getting to the end of the stream and you're feeling it down and there's really nobody talking, if you've got this camera there, people will see that you're at, like, they'll see a face and they'll want to come in and stay and start talking to you and then liven the thing up, and it might keep you to go for another couple of hours, and you might be able to pick up another couple more subs or something like that. But if you don't have that face cam there and you just sort of die off and stop talking, then they come in and go, oh, this is boring, and click off. Like, it's all about retention. And people react to a face more than anything. Because obviously, having the face there, they can see that you're physically, like, it feels like you're looking at them and you're actually directly engaging the audience. Unless you're someone like Drunken Solitaire that has an amazing voice, like, and can do radio and can engage even without a face camera. But he does the face camera as well, so it just ruins it. I reckon he'd be better off if he took the face cam off, because that voice without the face cam would be amazing. His face just ruins it. Yeah, I know I've watched many streamers and also gamers who just post videos, how they engage their viewers, but it's building up and being natural. Well, the thing is, dude, like, it's not really something, no worries, mate, no worries, it's not really something per se you can build up. It's either you've got it or you don't. Like, yeah, to a degree, you can get a bit more comfortable behind, like, in front of a camera and talking and all that sort of stuff, and you can build yourself up. But if you don't have the personality for it, you just don't have the personality for it. And there is some people out there that I know that I watch that have face cams and all that sort of stuff and talk to their audience, but in my personal opinion, I don't find them entertaining. Other people do. There's just some people out there that I personally don't feel have what it takes, and I'm just like, nah, I don't like to watch them. But hey, there is people out there that do enjoy it, so it's one of those. It'll come if it's meant to be natural, it'll be natural regardless. You'll be able to do it straight off the bat. It's just a matter of being confident enough to keep talking when no one's around, and not having that voice in the back of your head, which I had when I first started, which was, I look like an idiot talking to myself. You've got to not worry about looking like an idiot talking to yourself, because eventually someone's going to come in and say g'day, or hello, or whatever you want to, whatever language you speak. And yeah, you just fucking keep chatting with them and engage them, and when they leave, you just keep talking to your game, talk to yourself, do whatever it takes. Like, I go back, and, like, I've gone back and watched some of the original videos I have on this channel when I first started. And even, like, because when I first started, I used to do, like, vlogs and stuff, announcing when I'd go live when I was on Twitch and stuff, or updates about myself, or what I was planning, all that sort of stuff. And going back and watching it, I'm just like, this is beyond cringe. Because it was just, like, you could see I had the potential there, but I was just so nervous, and then eventually I got to the point where I got over the nerves, and I stopped sort of worrying what people think, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be me, and I built a brand around who I wanted to be and who I am as a person, and now I'm like 700 people enjoy my content, so awesome. Oh yeah, like, you go back and you watch it and they are so terrible, those videos, they are so cringe. Like, the comparison between, say, like, me now and those, like, the very first videos that I did, it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, you really don't want to. You really don't want to. Oh, it's just so terrible. So terrible. so terrible. And then the worst part about it is like, I go back and I'll admit, at the moment, I'm physically overweight. Back then, I was getting to be overweight. Like, I was starting to gain weight, but I was very, very thin back then. And, like, looking at me now versus looking at me back then, which is only, like, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even 4 years ago, you look at the facial difference and all that sort of stuff from, like, being so thin. It's just like, we should watch him for a movie night. Fuck, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, I would die. I would just be like, I'm done, I'm out, bye. I would not be able to do it. No way in hell. No way in hell. Nope. You guys are more than welcome to go watch them. There's a whole playlist of videos there that you guys can go watch on the channel, but I'm not gonna sit there and watch them in a movie night. Fuck no. Hell no. Oh God, no. So, while we're on the topic, is there any other questions that anybody has that they want to ask? Anything else that they're curious about? Anything they want to know? While you're here. There's absolutely nothing at all you would ever want to ask me. Because now's your chance. Absolutely anything. $42. The answer is 42. Back over there. There we go. Oh, enjoyable. You did not just... Wow. Where am I staying in Melbourne? I don't know. You'd have to talk to Kenny. Psycho Kenny's the one that's organising the accommodation. I actually have no idea about anything. I threw money at the screen and was like, give me bed. How important is it to play certain games, like a genre of game, to capture a specific audience? It depends on... Honestly, it depends on what kind of streamer you want to be. If you want to be a streamer that is locked into a certain genre, or even a certain game, like Never Surrender, he got big off playing Friday the 13th. And now he is more or less stuck playing Friday the 13th. He is known as the Friday the 13th streamer on YouTube. If you watch the video, like, if you watch his live streams of any other games that he does other than Friday the 13th, he struggles to get, like, to the views he gets when he's playing Friday the 13th. Like, when he plays Friday the 13th, he's averaging 600-700 viewers at a time. Whereas any other games, like he's streaming The Evil Within 2, which is one of the biggest games out. He's got early access, and he's only got 100 viewers. So you can get stuck in that situation. That's why myself, I went to a genre, but I've started to branch out and play some other games as well. And then you've got streamers like Drunken Solitaire who play a bit of everything. Like, he keeps his channel family friendly, but he plays all sorts of different games. So he's got his Dokkan Battle, he's got he plays Batman, he plays Injustice 2, he plays Tekken, he plays WWE, he plays a variety of games. So I personally think the variety streamers are best, and I think variety streaming is one of the best ways to go, because if you want to chop and change games in and out, it helps you out a lot. But the thing is, it makes it a little bit more difficult to fit into a niche market. So you kind of can't target one market, rather than targeting one single market of, say, people who are into horror, or people who are into, for example, Dragon Ball Z, or anything else, like fighting games or something like that. Like, you don't target one market, you target all the markets. So you target the market as a broad. The best way to sort of explain how to work out where you want to hit your audience is go do some research on how companies like big companies like Samsung, Apple, all that sort of stuff, market their product to the markets that they get involved in. Learn the thought process behind the marketing, and then apply that to yourself. So consider yourself a product, and how you would then market yourself out to the market, and what market you want to target. If there is a specific market you want to target, so for example, like I mainly have been doing horror, so my market that I want to target is the horror market. So obviously I pick games that are horror-based genre. So you've got things like Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, Alien Isolation, Amnesia, playing games like that. But I've wanted to sort of branch out a little bit so I can do other content, so I'm not locked in if I do decide to change in the future, where I've been doing things like PUBG, and I'm going to start doing Fortnite as well, and things like that. So there is other games out there that I can play to branch myself out a little bit. Or you can, rather than catering to one specific market, cater to the market as a whole, like, as I said, like Drunken Solitaire does, and play all sorts of different games. Yeah, as you said, it's a little bit more difficult, because essentially, like, with multi-game streaming, you've got a whole, like, it's more difficult because you're not fitting to one market, and you've got to try and, like, make your brand approachable to all sorts of markets. Whereas fixating on one certain genre or one certain game, you can then market your brand to fit that genre or to fit that brand. But as I said, it locks you in, and you can't really move too much, because if you do move, then those people that are watching you for those games will end up leaving, and then you obviously have to start from scratch. But it's doable. As he said, like, it is difficult, but in the long run, I think it actually pays out better to be a slightly multi-game, or even massively, like, just full multi-game streaming. I was watching, but I'll read the rest of what you said. I was watching this Asian American gamer, and he only had like 100 subs. Doing over 1.6 million subs now, but he started very conservative, but ultimately started to branch out to other games. Yeah. So that's basically, like, that's what I mean. Like, you start off small, and then, like, you start off finding what you feel comfortable with, what your niche is, and then once you build a following and you build yourself a bit of a persona, that's when you can start moving to other games that are outside the genre that you know. Some people will stay because they come for you, others will leave because they came for the game. Like, I know I had a fair few viewers when I used to do Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And at that point, I had a lot of young viewers. I had a lot of children that were coming in, obviously, because it's Dragon Ball Z. And they were really interested in that. But when I started having issues with my phone and not being able to stream it properly, and decided to change it and wanting to move to a more mature content, because PG just didn't feel natural to me. Because I'll admit, I swear like a sailor, and I'm more of a bogan, as they call it. I like to be the sort of... I'm more... My style of personality appeals more to a mature market, so I decided to start moving away from that. And I did lose a lot of those those young children that used to come in and watch all the time, because I was doing more mature content, and I was saying, look, honestly, I'm not going back to that PG content because it's just not me. But bear with me, guys. I'm just going to take another quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. Have to use the little wolf's room again. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, guys, and we're back. So let me read what's going on. Are you game people like me? Yep, pretty much. Think it's time for some alcohol. God, I wish I could do that. Alcohol sounds real good right now. But I'm broke. And, yeah, I'm definitely glad that I gained the followers that I did, and I gained the most wonderful, beautiful, amazing girl in the world. So, I'm glad. I think like the move that I did to YouTube and streaming on YouTube and all that sort of stuff was probably the greatest thing that I could have ever done, for sure, without a doubt. So, peoples, we have like 7 people out there. What's going on? Any other questions that we want to talk about? Any other things that you guys want to know, anything you want to discuss, any other questions we have. We might go for I might answer a few more questions or whatever, and then we might call it quits because I'm getting a little bit hungry. And there is definitely a few things that I need to do. I need to get some bed. And I got to go. Have a good stream. Thank you, Drunken Solitaire. Hope you have a good time wherever you're going. I will hopefully catch you in one of your other streams, or I will see you at PAX. Oh, I've got food there. It's ready to go. I've just got to go heat it up. But I thought I like to keep my streams at like round numbers, so I'm like, if we keep going for a little bit longer and whatnot, then we can chill out and chat, and then maybe go hit someone with a raid or whatever. But if there's any questions from anyone that's out there, we still got 6 people watching right now, or 7 people watching actually. Don't be afraid to come ask. We've been here for 2 hours and nearly 40 minutes answering questions and whatnot, and just having a general chat. But to recap the main sort of process of what tonight was about, there's been talks throughout the YouTube gaming community that a lot of the YouTubers are looking to move to Twitch because of the limited monetization issue that YouTube's giving us at the moment. I'm not dealing with, well, I'm copping that, but it means nothing to me, so I'm staying regardless. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm getting rid of me that easy. Well, I'm not moving that easily. Also, I explained all the new games that all the games that we're looking at doing on the channel within the next however long. I'm not really going to put a time period on it because I don't know A, how long it's going to take me to get through the games, B, what games I'm doing, all that sort of stuff. Like, I've got a rough idea of what games I want to be doing, but it depends on how long it's going to take me to get through them all and all that sort of stuff with timing and whatnot. And obviously, the last and final part, which was that I want to bring out some video content in challenge videos like the Try Not to Laugh, Try Not to Sing and Dance, or Try Not to Cringe challenges, which I'm going to be making a room in Discord for you guys to give me suggestions on what I should, say, genres of music or singers or whatever I should do in the Try Not to Sing or Dance challenge, or send in a compilation for the Try Not to Laugh or the Try Not to Cringe challenge sort of thing. So that channel will be made after this stream tonight, and it would be awesome if you guys could get involved with that as well. So, we got 5 beautiful people out there. Is there anyone else out there that wants to know anything at all? Any questions that is on your mind, don't be afraid to ask. Shit, she went real short there, I like it. Everyone's disappearing now. I only got 4 people watching. Oh no, 5. Everyone's gone quiet. What's going on, guys? You just ran out of questions? Okay. Well, if there's nothing else that anyone really wants to ask, I guess we could probably call it a night there. Because it is 11 o'clock here, and I need to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for university. So what we might do is oh, don't tell me. No, he hasn't. Cool. I think we might by the way, like, and I'm downloading Fortnite on PC, so I'll get to play with you soon. For sure, nerdy, for sure. I'll probably try and do I'll probably try and do some Fortnite streaming very soon. I've just got to do a bit of graphical work to make up a thumbnail and stuff, and then I will organise that and whatnot. But I think what we might do is what am I doing at uni? I'm doing a Bachelor of Business. I love how I'm about to, nobody's asked questions, so it goes quiet, and I'm like, okay, let's go to a raid, and then people are like, no, let's keep asking questions. I'm fine with this. I'm happy to keep talking. I love the sound of my own voice. But I'm doing a Bachelor of Business with a major in Leadership and Management. The purpose behind that was because I wanted to be a manager. I am neither at UNSW, UTS, or Sydney University. I am at the University of Newcastle in Newcastle, New South Wales. But the whole reason why I did a Bachelor of Business was because I wanted to get into esports, and I wanted to get into esports management and basically become either a general manager or something along those lines. I did have a position with Trident Esports, which was sort of where I wanted to be in terms of what I wanted to do in esports, which was a team operations manager. But that eventually sadly fell through. No, not Geordie, you fool. Not Newcastle as in England. Newcastle as in Australia, you fool. There's a Newcastle in Australia as well as in England. The Geordies are the English Newcastle. Leah should know, she's one of them. Or close enough to it. But yeah, so the reason I, fucking Nui, eh? How you doing, Adam? What's going on? How's Twitch treating you, my dude? Boards that went to Newcastle Uni? Okay. Oh, I think I'm in the doghouse now. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it over there. I myself have decided that I'm going to stay here on the YouTubes. It's the better feel for me, and it's just I tried Twitch when I first started streaming. I was on Twitch and just never really enjoyed the community there and whatnot. So, But I am more than happy to support you guys that have gone to Twitch, so that's what I will be planning on doing for sure, is coming out and checking you guys. Like, I still like going to Twitch and watching Twitch streamers and stuff. But me, myself, I think YouTube's where I need to be. I know it's going to be harder for me to get, like, one of the things I really wanted to do was pick up an organization. And be, like, join a content creator team for an organization, or even get a team operations manager position again somewhere, and then be a streamer as well. But I know it's really hard because most of them prefer Twitch streamers over YouTube gaming streamers, so it's going to be difficult. But hey, nothing worth having comes easy. But I think the other thing is I'm a very small channel, and I don't really know how to, like, I've never really approached, like, I've approached a couple of orgs to see how things go, but I'll get there one day. You'll be okay, darling. I know you're offended, but you'll be okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what's happening with me. Also had a little bit of a talk about some other things that we're planning on doing, some games that we're planning on doing on the channel. We also discussed that I'm looking at bringing out some video content for the days that I'm not streaming. I'm gonna look at doing, like, challenge videos, like the try not to laugh and try not to sing and dance challenges and whatnot. I'm gonna make room in my Discord for that, to let people sort of give me suggestions on what I should do with those contents. And should be interesting, for sure. But I'll leave it open for a little bit longer. If there's anybody out there that wants to ask any more questions, ask them now. I will be happy to answer any more questions you guys have. And depending on how many people we have still chilling out here, we might go do a raid or something. Go show someone on the YouTube some YTG love. I'm opening the floor to you guys. Last questions. Get them in while you have the chance. There's no other questions. We might go do a raid if people are still around and want to come join me. Any games you're looking forward to playing? Yep. So to recap that, the games that we're going to be putting into rotation very soon is we're sticking with Dead by Daylight as the main game on the channel. I'm going to go back and finish off. I started Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I want to go finish that off. I've also got Nosferatus, The Wrath of Malachi, which is going to be a game that I'm going to be playing. I've got Alien Isolation I want to do. Vampire, when it comes out, is another one I want to have a look at. There is a few other games that aren't horror-based that I'm looking at, like Fortnite, on the Fortnite Battle Royale on the PC is one that I want to bring in. PlayerUnknown Battleground is another one that I've been doing, that I want to continue doing because I'm actually enjoying that game quite a lot. And there is an MMO that I play on the sly that I've been playing for years that I want to sort of bring in and see how people feel about that. So those are the games that I'm looking forward to. The other games that are coming out that I'm sort of looking forward to, if they actually come out, is last year, The Last of Us 2, Agony, if that ever does come out. Assassin's Creed Origins I want to have a look at. But obviously Last of Us 2 and Assassin's Creed Origins I need a console for, so hopefully I can work my way up to either saving up enough money to get a PS4, because that's the console I want to get, or if we get lucky enough and people want to be generous, we can get a PS4 out of donations. But yeah, so those are the main games at the moment that I'm like looking at doing in the near future and also the further future when they come out. But how you doing, Bino? What's happening, my dude? You have a random question. What size shoe am I? Depends on the type of shoe, but generally either a size 10 or a size 11. Do I want to do favorite snack? Nachos. Or like an actual snack would be popcorn. I love popcorn. So, but yeah, I thought I was gonna do a video to explain my standing on the whole, some of the YTG fam moving to Twitch and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and you know what they say about big feet. Big shoes. Salty popcorn all the way. Salty popcorn all the way. Like, the most saltiest of salty popcorn. Like, I'm talking like League of Legends level popcorn. How you doing, Faf? But yeah, so I thought, well, I was going to do a video to explain where I'm standing on the whole moving to Twitch situation. And then I saw, like, I kind of snuck in and saw that you were doing a live stream, and I was like, that's actually a better idea, like, and then that way I can do, like, a Q&A and stuff as well. So, I was like, why not? And we've been at it for, like, 3 hours now. I've just been sitting here answering random questions and all sorts of shit. Doesn't sound like a weirdo. You don't sound like a weirdo. You sound like a Geordie. Yeah, you have some big feet compared to mine. My foot size is sometimes similar to some of my... Wow. Yeah, no, my feet, depending on, like, as I said, depending on the type of shoe, it's either between a size 10 or a size 11. Like, sometimes, like some sneakers, like, joggers and stuff, or sneakers, whatever you want to call them, I do need, like, a 10.5. She fucking hates that, I love it. So yeah, we still got 6 people here. Is there any other questions that you guys want to ask? We've hitting close to the 3-hour mark now. So I'm thinking if there's no other questions, we might go do a raid. You're a size 3? Are you fucking for real? I call bullshit. Yeah, she's 5 foot. Man, my foot would look monstrous compared to yours. I was comparing my feet to my flatmate who was a size 11 too. Yeah, but I mean, any shorter than you? Are you shorter than 5 foot? Or should I say, are you taller than 5 foot? Because if you're taller than 5 foot, then yes, she is shorter than you. But what Faf was saying is, I bet they were. They were fucking. They would be clown shoes on you. They'd be like fucking. Yeah. We've already explained this in, I talked about this in one of my walking vlogs that I do, like walking streams that I did, but I am essentially, depending on the day, and this does sound weird, most people are like, what the fuck, but it actually is true. Depending on the day, I am anywhere between 5'11" and 6'1". I sort of vary between it depending on the day, because like, depending on what I'm doing, like, and all that sort of stuff, I do actually get a little bit taller, and especially my posture. Like, if I'm sitting in a like, if I sit in my chair like I have been all day today, like, I will be shorter because my posture is pretty bad in my chair, so my back gets all crinkled up. But yeah, guys, what we'll do is I'll leave it for another, we'll let the last questions come out, so if there's any other questions you guys want to know, anything else you want to ask away. Otherwise, what we'll do is we'll go hit up a raid. I've got someone in mind who I want to raid. They're an awesome person. So if you guys don't have any other questions, we'll leave it there for tonight. I will be back streaming maybe tomorrow night. If not, it'll be Friday night for sure. Or even Thursday night. Depends on how I'm feeling. But I will be back, and I will be streaming. I will probably be streaming either PUBG or Dead by Daylight. I might even do Fortnite. I don't know yet. We will see. But we've got 8 people here, so I want to leave the chance for anyone to ask any other questions they have real quick. Otherwise, we'll set up for a raid. Nerdy's already on it for me. I was just about to do that. Alright, you guys want a raid? Let's do it. Alright, so you guys know what a raid is, as you've got the hashtags there. That's the rules for what a raid is, so I post a link in the chat. You guys click on it, you follow over, you type that hashtag into their chat, you smash their like button. If you haven't already, smash their subscribe button. As it says there, normally I do stick around and hang out in Discord. I will stick around and have a little bit of a chat if you want to jump in the Discord and come say hello. I'll be there for about maybe half an hour or so. And whatnot. But I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. Maybe not. But we'll see how things go. With some more gaming action. It's been absolutely fun chatting to you guys. Getting to, like, letting you guys on a little insight. Doing this Q&A thing. I know it was kind of impromptu and wasn't really planned. I wasn't really planning on streaming at all. But it's been absolutely awesome. So what I'll do is I will get this link for you guys. Please go show this person some love. Go smash their like button. Go smash their subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next couple of days. Have a good one, Wolves.